Yeah, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Fresh, never stale. Wild cold weed cloud. Yo, it's Hip Hop Appreciation Week. The 2024 theme is graffiti. So we up here for the Daily Puff, 4:20 Eastern Time every day, rocking out to some dope hip hop, some dope trees, graffiti themed hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So yo, we're about to conclude our watch of the Star Wars documentary, a hip-hop classic. I'm looking at the digits on the clock. It's about time we spark up this crop. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what you're puffing on. I'm blazing the bluefin tuna. I'm about to light it up. Roll it if you got it. Light it if it's twisted. Let's get lifted, y'all. Hip hop don't stop, neither should you. Star Wars conclusion.
I think it's about time the politicians came down and looked and saw what is on these trains. It is just awful.
It should be that way. It should be cleaned, and the ones that are caught should be cleaned. They should clean it. The ones that they catch not doing that.
What's the sense of paying 75 cents when you have to ride graffiti trains, you know?
It gives a terrible impression of the city. And if you think the outside is bad, I've been riding them, like I say, for 40 years. The inside is it's just unbelievable.
It's a violation of public property.
I think it's disgusting.
They should at least get somebody to clean up the damn place.
We move 3.5 million people a day. They have rights too.
The people see the outside of the cars when the trains are pull into a station or when they're passing on the express track, and then it's generally a blur. But I don't think the public finds that nearly as intrusive and ugly as they do the inside graffiti.
He hates the inside.
He hates the inside.
Yeah.
He said if any possible way of we giving him some kind of suggestion of how to get rid of the inside, he said there might be a chance of negotiating with the outside.
Negotiating.
Something like that.
I met with a group of them one day, more out of intellectual curiosity as to who they were and what made them tick. I found them surprisingly articulate. They expressed a strong sense that if their outside paintings were left untouched, that the public would be impressed.
We came up to him with like a proposal to paint 10 cars inside and out and let it run in like the major stations.
And let people vote on it, like let's say during a 2-week period. And after the 2-week period, they'll have, the results in the paper. And I think the MTA will be embarrassed.
I thought there was no basis whatsoever in which it was proper for anyone to touch our property in an unauthorized fashion.
They got guys out there that are mugging people in the subways, stabbing people, throwing people into the tracks and all that.
Right there.
And they're wasting their bullshit money trying to get us.
With all respect, I think you are close to falling into the sort of trap of the 1960s culture, which says, this society has left these kids with not enough to do. If the kids have energy and want to do something, we'll give them all brooms, we'll give them all sponges, and they can do something that is publicly productive, useful, and that would earn for them the respect and approbation from their fellow citizens. It isn't the energy that is misplaced, it's the value system that is misplaced.
great for the riding public to be up on the station one cold and dreary day and see a nice white shiny car come pulling up to the station.
The public has knocked us for so long, and we are doing nothing. It couldn't be done. We proved that we've done it.
We painted 409 cars in approximately 8 weeks. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not one day did we miss that production schedule.
Our personal pride was hurt. A lot of people have been knocking the transit authority, and we wanted to show them that we could do something.
See, if the Japanese can do it, we can do it.
The stuff is like razor blades, about 2 inches long, and there's one of these every 2 inches. There's really not too much protective clothing you can wear to prevent yourself from getting cut. And once you do fall into it, it's so structured that it collapses upon you, and the more you try to move, the worse off you become.
Just like, you know, when you see in the movies, like in Apocalypse Now, how they used to protect their lines and their barricades. They want to hold back the enemy from destroying our trains.
About 3 years ago, I decided to suggest to Dick Ravitch that they put a dog in the yard to keep the graffiti vandals out. The MTA rejected it, and they said no, that if you put a dog in the yards, the dog would step on the third rail. Now, I don't happen to think that dogs step on the third rail, but I said in response to that, well, if you think the dog will step on the third rail, then build 2 fences and have the dog run between the 2 fences, and that will keep people out and protect the dog from stepping on the third rail. And the response was, well, maybe somebody will climb over the fence and the dog will bite them. I said, well, I thought that's what the dog was for, but if you're afraid of having the dog bite such a vandal, and here I called upon my prodigious memory, I said, what you should do then, instead of using a dog, is to use a wolf. Have a wolf run between the 2 fences, because there is no recorded case in history where a wolf has ever attacked a human being unless the wolf were rabid, mad. Now, as a result of telling that story innumerable times, I embarrassed the MTA into building the fence around the first of 19 yards. And it was so successful, they now claim it as their own idea, and they're building 18 more fences.
I think it's stupid. The idea of having all this barbed wire and fences and protection, trains are still going to get written on.
They invented the white elephant. It's still got, well, they weren't bombed, but they had little mosquito bites. I mean, call it what you want. They were still written on. They're still not spotless completely.
Dump Koch. Yeah, there you go. That is the highest praise imaginable, because obviously I'm getting to them.
On the wall. It's last size on the piece. Who's doing it?
There always will be graffiti. It's a part of New York. It'll be there forever. Someone will always want to jump down on a track or while the train's moving and just take out a can of paint or a marker and put up their initial.
He still shows me all his things, which I don't even want to see. But we still talk. And he tells me just about everything that goes on. Other than that, I wouldn't really be able to tell you so much. And like sometimes, and knowing all this, right, it just really only makes me that much more fearful for him.
I felt that I just had to let him know, you know, like, because sometimes when it's time to go bombing, you know, you got to go late at night, like in the middle of the night, you got to leave the house at 2 o'clock just to go bombing so you don't get caught. You know, she got to know where I'm going. Can't just say I'm going to a party. You know, parties don't start at 2 o'clock.
Not every kid would tell his mother where it's going.
Yeah, well, I'd rather let my mother know what's going on. you know, than to keep on the dark. If I get busted, cops call, excuse me, we have your son for graffiti. You know, I'd rather, you know, let her know that I was doing it, so, you know, she's prepared to come and get me out. But never getting busted, so don't have to worry about that.
I mean, an adult, I just couldn't see an adult ever like putting that much energy to something that isn't gonna pay or is gonna risk their life or have like possibilities of them getting arrested.
Well, I see myself as eventually growing out of Graff and getting married and living the lifestyle, you know, and making good money like that. And when life is in its best, you don't really want to run around in the trains. I'm sure I'll come back every now and then, just to let people know I'm still around.
Oh, no, when I come back, I take over, and that's it. After that. And after that,
Six. I'm king right here. I'm the prince of the six.
After that.
Years later, you know, he was a has-been.
I'm what they call a has-been, and he's a wannabe.
A wannabe?
They consider you a king?
Put it this way, I am a king. I can
King
say,
of what?
I want to tell you, I am a king of bombing.
You got to be able to take over a line with insides, take it over with throw-ups, top to bottoms. You got to do everything. You know, if you specialize in one thing, you know, you really can't call yourself an all-out king.
Who's king? You looking at him right here, my brother, the original. You know what I'm saying? Kingdom Islam, Nation Guard, boy, I'm the one that rocks so far, you know what I'm saying? Always rocking the Jazzy's card deck, you know what I'm saying? The only and the original magnetic king, and that's the one that's still sitting here doing his thing.
My next door, I problem for the baby.
You know it, tell we all live. This is the original old master killer of the Manila Driller right here that you're looking at. The original king and loves to do his thing. Don't shout, don't run, don't hide, don't sky. This is me coming to you natural and live on CB, whatever. CB without the mic.
Yeah, y'all. And that was Styles Wars. The conclusion of a hip-hop classic. Much respect to everyone who's been checking live and on the playback all week. We made it to the end, y'all. The end of Star Wars. Let the credits run. A lot of hip hoppers today fail to see the importance of graffiti to hip hop culture. They watch this, hopefully they change their opinion. Yo, peace to the WC crew. Hip hop don't stop, neither should you. Yo, we'll be back tomorrow with some more graffiti themed hip hop for Hip Hop Appreciation Week. You ain't gotta be blazed. Hip hop is dope enough. I hope you don't mind while I puff, puff, puff. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 4:20 Eastern Time. Peace, y'all. Big Butt Wolf.